This video is going to show you how we make the set of ruins for the signal tower. This is made using two molds, 12 castings from molds number 703, which is this one here, and 12 castings from mold number 706. This set of ruins is a little different from our usual projects in that we've made 5 separate little pieces that you can rearrange. We've got a main gate here that you can see. We've got a couple of side walls. These two are identical. We have a central ruin, which looks something like this, and then we have the signal tower in the back, and there's the front, and you can turn it around and you can kind of see the back side of the signal tower looks like that. To demonstrate scale, this is a 28mm Dungeons and Dragons figure. So this is the size the figure would look like sitting in the archway of the main gate. Here's what it looks like when it's actually on the steps of the tower. This figure is approximately 1.5 inches tall. Here is a close-up of what the back of the tower looks like. Okay, for this project you're going to need 12 castings of mold number 706, which you see on the left here. You're also going to need 12 castings of mold number 703, which you see on the right. Now with the building instructions, I'm going to include a sheet like this. This is a reference sheet. A lot of these ruin blocks we're going to refer to by a letter name. If you print this sheet out, basically what you can do is you can take a ruined block and you can lay it on the sheet and it'll be the same size, so you can tell exactly that this block here is a G and this particular block here, well, that's a letter B. Basically take two pieces that are exactly the same, and what you're going to do is you're going to put them together and they will form one full block. Now I'm going to show you all the pieces from mold number 706 first. First of all, we have this large arch, and on the plans and on the instructions I list this as 6A1. These are made of these 4 pieces right here, and you can see that these fit together like this fits together like this, and then both of these will go together. And then when you glue your next one together, just kind of set it up like that, and then glue your next one together, and then kind of push it up out of the way, and eventually you'll have all of these, and let them set and dry for a couple of hours. What I want you to do at this point is glue all of the large 6-inch arches together except for one. Leave one of them in 2 halves. Now we're going to pre-glue these 6-inch diameter blocks. This is 6F and this is 6H. So for the F, you want to glue together to make 5 full blocks, and you'll leave 2 blocks separate. And then on this one you want to glue together 5 full blocks and leave 2 that are separate. Over here, this one is a G. What you want to do is glue together 4 full blocks and leave 4 separate bits. And this last one here, which is a B, you want to glue together 4 full blocks and leave 4 that are separate. Now after these blocks are glued together, I'm going to refer to them as a 6XL, which is a 6 extra large block. Next, you'll glue together 4 complete C blocks and leave 4 ruined ones that are separate, and glue together 4 I blocks and leave 4 that are separate. Once glued together, these blocks will be referred to as a 6L, or a 6 large block. The final 2 blocks which you don't have to glue together are a 6M for a medium block and a 6S for a small block. Now this is a stair builder block. Basically you take multiples of these and they will kind of interlock to each other to make a circular stairway. Now you want to pre-glue 2 sections that are 4 sections tall. Now we're going to cover which 3-inch diameter pieces need to be glued together. We're going to start with a 3-inch arch, and there's only one arch on the 3-inch mold. Go ahead and glue together all 12 of the arches, and these will be referred to as 3A on the diagram. Now as far as the regular 3-inch building blocks, you're going to glue together 5 of the H ones and leave 2 that are not glued together, and you're going to glue together 5 of the B ones and leave the other 2 not glued together. These are going to be what's called the large. We've got a large block, a medium block, and then the small ones that you don't have to particularly glue together. These are already by themselves on the mold. Now for the medium ones, glue all of them together. We're not going to leave any of the medium blocks unruined. Go ahead and put all of these buttress arches together, because there's no time that which we only need half of one. So the next thing we're going to glue together are 2 buttresses. That's what these buttresses are going to look like here. In order to make these, what you're going to do is you're going to need 4 of these pillar pieces. And by the way, these pillar pieces are all solid one piece. You're going to need the 2 buttresses, 2 of these that you've glued together, and you're going to need 2 of these little wedge-shaped decorative pieces right here. Now, sometime on the back of these pillar pieces, you're going to notice that they may not be completely flat. If you look at it in the light just right, you might see that there's kind of this little sharp edge that goes around the corner. One suggestion that I would make is to take a piece of fine sandpaper, lay the pillar down, and just kind of lightly sand the back a little bit. Just a little bit, and you'll notice, I don't know if we can get it in the video here, but you'll notice that there's an edge there that you can see where that's where the glue is going to hold that very light outline that you see going around the outside of it. Now, to make this buttress piece, what you want to do is glue 2 of these pillar halves together like that, and then you're going to take this arch that you made and you're going to put it right here flat against the pillar, up as high as it can possibly go. And then you'll have just enough space for this little wedge shape under here. Go ahead and glue it down and it will fit right into that spot right there. Glue that all together and you will want to end up making 2 of those for our project. Now, the next piece to pre-glue is one of our main roofs. So what you're going to do is you're going to glue 4 of these groups together to make a full arch. So what I've done is I've put glue on the end of it here. I would suggest that you spread the glue around to the outside edge and then kind of stick them together like that. And I've already put some glue on this one. Just kind of scrape your finger around, and what I do is I scrape my finger off on the edge like that so the glue beads up around the outside edges. And we're going to put that one together, and in this one right here we're going to do the same thing. Now, to finish this little roof, I've taken 4 of these little wedge-shaped decorative pieces, and you can see I put 1 on each corner of these. So put 1 on each corner all the way around, and in the center between them you can take one of these decorative little faces and kind of glue them on there. Now, start by gluing together 2 full buttress pillars. These are made from a full pillar half and a buttress half here. So make 2 of those. Also glue together 4 of these short pillars. Now, these short pillars are made from a column half and a cap glued together. And after you glue a couple of those together like that, then you'll put these back to back to make a full one, and then make 4 of those full pillars in that manner. After that, you'll need an additional 2 half short pillars by taking a column half and a cap, gluing them together, but don't glue them back to back. We'll need 2 of these that are just by themselves, kind of a half flat deal. And finally, since we won't have enough full pillar halves, what you want to do is take a column top and a column bottom, and you'll want to make 2 half pillars in this manner. So just as a quick recap, we have 2 of these buttress arches, we have 2 of these right here, we have 4 of these short pillars that are full, we have 2 of these short pillars that are halves, and then we have 2 of these pillar halves that are halves as well. The last pieces to glue together are 2 of these torches. Basically, you take, of course, these 2 halves and you glue them together back to back. So what I would do is I would take the glue and I would really beat it up on the outside edge, put a good outside bead of glue around it. And if you get a little that squishes out, that'll probably be okay. But just take it and just kind of set it in there and try to eyeball it as best you can to be right about in the center.